My mother has a friend whose last name is Wei. I have always called her Aunt Wei. Not long ago, something deeply unsettling happened to her family. They were quite superstitious and kept a Baojiaxian in their home, a household guardian spirit commonly worshipped in northeastern Chinese folk tradition. They burned incense for it every day. One day, several friends came over to play mahjong. During the game, they began talking about the Baojiaxian. They said it did not really work, and that the whole thing was nothing more than superstition. After listening to them for a while, Aunt Wei began to have doubts. As it happened, the family was preparing to move. Aunt Wei threw the Baojiaxian away with some other unwanted household items, leaving everything on a vacant lot near the Liao Pagoda in Nong'an. Before leaving, she even kicked it a couple of times. Not long afterward, Aunt Wei's younger brother came to visit. The moment he stepped inside, he complained, "I'm exhausted. Why do you live all the way up on the 6th floor?" Aunt Wei stared at him. "You've been drinking again, haven't you? We live on the 2nd floor." "That's impossible," he replied. "You think I don't know how many flights of stairs I just climbed? If you don't believe me, look for yourself." Aunt Wei walked over and opened the window. Her brother leaned out and looked down. It really was the 2nd floor. "That's strange," he said. "Then why did it feel like I climbed so far? Why am I this tired?" The moment he finished speaking, he collapsed to the floor. Aunt Wei immediately helped him up and got him onto the bed. That was when she noticed that his entire body had taken on a bluish color. His lips were purple, and his teeth were chattering uncontrollably. Within moments, he could no longer speak. No matter what they asked him, he could not answer. Promified, Aunt Wei called an ambulance. But before it arrived, her brother was already dead. He had died so suddenly that no one understood what had happened. Even after the hospital examined his body, they could not determine a clear cause. Not long after that, Aunt Wei's son returned home. He arrived at around 8 in the morning and went straight to bed. He did not wake up until dinner time. The moment he got up, he began cursing at his parents. At first, Aunt Wei and her husband had no idea what was wrong. But the things he said became increasingly vicious, and they finally moved toward him to stop him. Their son suddenly turned around and shouted, "If you've got the nerve, throw me beside the Liao Pagoda again. Go on, kick me a few more times." His parents froze. When they had moved house and thrown away the Baojiaxian, their son had not been home. There was no way he could have known where they had left it, or that Aunt Wei had kicked it. So how could he possibly know? Eventually, the family invited a local spiritual medium to their home. After hearing what had happened, the medium told them, "Your Baojiaxian is angry. You need to go and invite it back immediately. Otherwise, your son is going to suffer." And so the Baojiaxian was brought back into the family's home. After that, nothing like this ever happened to them again. But even now, I still cannot understand why any of it happened.